Hi, and warm welcome to me, Eva Kristoffersson, and Soul Warrior Energy channel from Sweden. A Quantum Astrology report for the period 24th of June to 30th of June. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you for all support, and if you wish a reading, check details below. We had a wonderful solstice in Sweden and also a great typical Swedish midsummer with rain showers and so much love. I got this from my daughter a while ago. And love has manifested beautifully in my life. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this time of all that happens. And for me, to get everything going, love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. That's really the key. So, for this energy times, we have Mars going retrograde. The 27th, and then we have a full moon the 28th of June in Cancer Capricorn, and moon will be nearly exactly conjunct Saturn. So it's a very powerful full moon coming up the 28th. And for this Mars retrograde and full moon, I will draw a rune, a Nordic ancient rune, and it's it's the blank again with infinite possibilities for this full moon. I take one more. And that's Rados, the wagon, the travel, the journey that we take, each of us. And since we create our individual reality, it's an inner evolution happening in this ascension. And it's the real difference between the old and new world is to view everything as coming from within me and within you, in your individual reality. Everything. And stop examining yourself outside or fighting outside or searching for approval outside. The external validation ends and you give yourself internal love. That's the journey, the ascension now happening on Earth. And then we get rid of those hijackers because that force is far too much for them. So I also want to draw a Quantum Tarot card. And it's 80 cards, mix of quantum physics and tarot. And this one, it's 20. I have to check that one. That's a big one too. XX. This one is Judgment, the multiverse. Judgment symbolizes a profound awakening of the soul, a resurrection of awareness and understanding. What shift in consciousness have you experienced? What shift in consciousness have you experienced? And that is to drop every judgment of others or yourself. The shift I just described in consciousness to get internal always. So we see this chart, and for this I will check this one. I hope this works. It's the full moon, 28th of June. I have to check it, sorry. The full moon, 28th of June, and here in Sweden it will be at 6:52 in the morning. That means it will be around midnight in US. A full moon with sun at 6 degrees 28 minutes in Cancer and moon at 6 degrees 28 minutes in Capricorn. And Saturn will be there with the moon. And Saturn, it's our reality. It's a holographic reality, individually created from within. And it's a combination of our own creation from within and what's coming from above that we consciously or unconsciously manifest. So it's an awakening ascension is to step into more and more consciously seeing the world and creating consciously, not being trapped in that unconscious old world where Saturn and Pluto had to go and do like this to get our soul on the right track. Yeah, the soul always is on the right track, but our personality on the right track to be in the soul mission. And as a starseed, you who listen to this are starseeds, and also a lot of twin flames. We have this vibration. We have made this before, this ascension in other planets, at other fixed stars. So we are here to assist Earth in this process. It's anchoring the light on Earth and stepping out of that external fighting. And we have this possibility now to go into full moon, full mode of manifestation, since the moon and Saturn is here. And this is then the release of the emotional trap that has been, that emotions have been judged and been failed and been uglified and been suppressed. We have to free the emotions, let them flow, always let them flow, and then get out of that trap situation when stored emotions in our body unconsciously makes us repeat the same pattern. When we come out of that situation, and we do that now, then we are ascending. We can just observe ourselves. We can just let the emotions flow. They are so beautiful. They are so loved. Love your own emotions, no matter what, and let them flow to get out of the situation. And if you have to cry for several days, do it. If you have to scream for several days, do it. Let the emotional trap release now. And Saturn then give us the possibility to manifest. It's in Capricorn, its own home sign, to manifest the love in our life and the abundance and everything beautiful that we wish when we when we have reached our core, get out of those emotional suppressed. It's really fantastic, and that situation that we are in now with this ascension give us this possibility to do it so much more and easier. And we have Mars going retrograde just the day before the full moon. And Mars in Aquarius has accelerated this ascension in my personal experience so much. Mars, the divine masculine, going into action, taking steps, and now in the independent Aquarius, the quantum space that is everywhere. It's not air, it's space, it's the quantum space, it's the 0-point field. And Mars here really get our soul warrior going, because we are in conjunction with the South Node, our emotional origin. And now with Mars going retrograde, it gives us a more inward reflection. So it's time for inner reflection and decisions, to leave the outer validation and the external old life, to take our steps inside, to fulfill our mission here on earth. And at this full moon, we have the ascendant here at the North Node, the shining Leo, you know, the sun, the life force. And ascendant here for this event at this latitude, and Venus in the first house, the quantum I am, and also Ceres, Mother Earth at Regulus, at the fixed royal star Regulus. This is the quantum I am creation of the full moon, the divine feminine love of Venus, and the North shining Leo node, and Mother Earth at Regulus. And Regulus is the home for the fairies, for the unicorns, for the dragons, those mythical animals that now are back here on Earth. We then have in the 7th house, we have the South Node and Mars, the relationship with ourselves in Aquarius. In the 6th house is this Saturn, Moon, Pluto, retrograde Saturn is also retrograde, Pluto is retrograde, Jupiter is retrograde. So much going in now. Neptune is retrograde. So go in and reflect. How can you transform your life? What decisions do you need to take? Why have you given your power away? How can you take it back? Do you really love yourself in every aspect? If not, take steps to do it. And in my experience, don't mess up with three-dimensional people. We need to be kind, loving to everyone. But it's not possible to meet understanding from those still kept in the old world. Just giving problems if we search for that. So this 6th house, it's about daily routines, it's about the quantum biology, it's about manifesting this in our bodies now to then get it reflected back. Isis here, the Egyptian queen, is at the fixed star Sirius, so important. And Osiris, her man, is at the end of Orion at the fixed star Betelgeuse. Jupiter is retrograde, also in Scorpio, revealing the secrets. And we have a big trine here. Jupiter retrograde, Neptune retrograde in Pisces and Isis. And this will go on for at least a week, this big trine. And it's giving us this divine feminine nurturing power of Cancer here, Isis. We also have Mercury here in Cancer, Pallas Athena, and Sun in Cancer. The mother, the true mother, our home. And this energy now we can use to reveal our psychic abilities and telepathy, etc., astral travels, etc., with Jupiter in Scorpio and the connection with the source with Neptune in Pisces. So it's like big times. And of course we have Uranus, the giant, and it's in a trine to Saturn, to this full moon Saturn moon. And it's in a square to the south node. And Mars going retrograde will be in square to Uranus. So Uranus just pushing us more and more into the enlightenment. The time is here, the time is now. Take deep care, use the energies, and create. Bye-bye.